Hello everyone, I'm Adamant MTG, and I'm here to talk to you about Magic the Gathering Arena. We're going to do a deck tech on a new aggro deck. The shell is white, I guess white weenies, the aggressive small creatures, and I get a little bit of spice here with the Regal Leosaur. And let's take a look at the deck. So, analytics, looks like it's just very curvy. 16 1-drops, potentially. 14 2s, and only 8 3-drops, but of course, some of them are, and then the 4-drops are, of course, the Convoke, so it's easier to cast these. The way the deck works is like a traditional aggro deck. You try to put board presence. I've got a few evasion creatures here. This Silverbeak is a favorite of mine. A 2-mana flyer. Seems pretty good. This card might be a 2 of, but I'm going with 3 for now. But maybe we can switch these. Maybe this should be a 4, this should be a 3. I haven't decided how important that card is. Probably more important than best of 3. And you can change some of these cards. I do have a sideboard. I'm going to be doing a best of 3, a couple of games in best of 3 ladder, just to see how it performs in best of 3. And let's take a look. So there's not really much, you can kind of see what the deck is supposed to do. And let's check it out. I wonder if I should play an event. Let's do a historic event. Why not? We'll see how the deck performs. Oh, hold on. Apparently I had one that I had lost. I don't know when I played that one. But let's do it again. I posted this deck on Twitter, but then made some changes to the sideboard. If you want the most updated version, because I sometimes make changes while I play, or while I notice things that are, either bad sideboard choices, or I decide something is not working, I will constantly change my deck. So go to AetherHub. The links will be below, and you can always see the most recent version. All right. So the best of 3 realm is quite a bit more diverse, so we'll have to see how we do here. We have 2 drops, and then we get into pretty tight. Now, there are times where I keep a 1-drop, or I'm sorry, a 1-lander. I don't think this is the one, though. We have big brain sleeves. Sometimes the sleeves indicate an Ajani, so I feel this person is very peaceful and maybe enjoys nice, slow developing decks. Maybe turn 7 or 8, they'll start to interact with me. So maybe I can go with the 1-lander and just get him. Let's keep it. See what happens. We're going to take the damage. Again, the passive face of Ajani and the passive blue sleeves tell me this person's probably asleep. They're probably doing like high-level mathematic equations while they casually play Magic, but they're not here for serious, they're not here to hurt me. They're just here to kind of demonstrate their big brain. So with that in mind, I think I have an opportunity. We'll take damage and we'll drop the 2/1. Since they won't print Savannah Lion again, I guess I have to do it with this. Oh, see, they're just big. See the big-brained life gain. They're not gonna. They'll probably put some walls down. That's the kind of player there. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go for him. Definitely won't block here. 100%. Who plays white in Historic? Oh, yes, I do. Yep, the Pride Man's going to get big, so we're going to have to get a giant killer. Sooner than later, of course. I'm just trying to get flying, and we'll try to win the game. I don't know. It might be easy, and that might not be as easy as I thought it would be. We'll find out. Because that's a big, scary lion with a knife. Okay. Let's go Giant Killer, but we need the mana first, so I guess... Oh, just all the Soul Wardens. All right. That seems like a good combo. Soul Warden, Ajani's Pridemate. Let me think about this. Yep. She's thinking about how big and powerful that big lion man will be. Casual 8/8. But not attacking. See? I knew they were very... They're just flexing. They just want to say, hey, look at my big lion. All right. It's big. We're almost flying. That's the plan right now. The good news about the Vanguard is that becomes a 4/4. Effectively. Because I just block. With the Vanguard, and yeah, that's that. Their life total is climbing, and they might have some other tricks, so we'll see. Definitely not as aggressive as I like to be. Okay. Well, that's really painful. Pretty much my worst nightmare, and their dreams are coming true. This... So now this is a problem, and this is a problem, and I have very few interactive cards. 14 damage. I'll block. And take 4. Okay. Not a Giant Killer. We do have flying now. Triggers, yeah. Oh boy. Wow. That's probably it. That's probably too much for me to handle. The first deck I queue up in is a life gain white deck. That's very interesting to me. Wow. There's the angel. And more 3 Soul Wardens. What? This is just the perfect dream hand. Wow. Well, if you're interested in playing a white life gain deck, these are some of the key cards you can play. You can use those sleeves, and you can use the Ajani avatar and have some fun. And I will continue to play an 18-card deck that draws 5 land in the first 12 cards. It's best of 3. I don't need to show all my tech, so let's just get out of here. We'll try to get them in the next 2 games. That was pretty remarkable. So how do we beat this deck? We need to get them. Legendary permanent. I guess I have a few targets, right? No, just the angel. Just Linden, really? I feel like my sideboard is completely not prepared for the deck we're facing. But I should just be able to get him, right? Legendary permanent. So this is usually for like, you know, mono green has a lot of legendary scary creatures and stuff. But I don't know if I bring this in against them. I mean, it does take Linden out. Guess that's something. Definitely need more giant killers. I only have 2 in the deck. I'm not really worried about non-creature spells with them. It seems like they were heavy. But their deck might run weird things like Banishing Light or something, or enchantments. Okay. Let's try this. We gotta get him fast. We can do this. Let's take to the air, even though I'd get more damage out of the Vanguard. But, you know, a 1/1 stops the Vanguard, I guess. I don't know. Hard to say. So the faster I get creatures out, the faster I can Loxodon and then Anthem. I think that's my play. They definitely won't block if I attack with both things. So let's get in there first. Depending on what their hand is, they might block, but I really doubt they will. It's a tough race. Let's get some ant action in there. Okay, that's that. We'll drop the Vanguard. Next turn we can Vanguard and Loxodon all the creatures. Even better. So we do this and this and Loxodon them all. And that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the Anthem. So we fly next turn for a total of 4, 8, 12 damage plus whatever gets through here on the ground. So pretty... Oh, they splash blue. Interesting. Very nice. I like it. I like that. I'm impressed. And that is a lot of heat coming. Is it turn 4? Did I miss a land drop? Or is it... Yeah, I missed a land drop. I don't need much more land than 3, though. That's why I play 18. It's pretty lean, but... Play the Razor's Edge. It's a lot to think about. Block or lethal. And they don't want to block because they're setting up fun stuff. I understand. Right, do they have a board wipe or something to... It'll be interesting. Oh, they can recover from this. But can't trust any blue-white player. Even though they're a creature-based deck, I've seen people play Shatter the Sky in the sideboard or Settle the Wreckage. There's lots of potential. We'll see what they decide to do. And they decide to blow it up. All right. Since they have the Archon, I'm sure they have enchantments. So we are going to bring that in and take out... What? Kind of risky taking out landing because it's kind of my optional land. I like everything in the deck. I'm on the draw, so maybe I do take out a land. All right. The first game, their draw was absolutely incredible. Second game, not so much. Let's see if we can... Let's see what happens here. The RNG. Hopefully we both have a great game. So it's way too many land, but it's not a bad hand. I just don't need to draw any more. It needs to be all gas. Mull to 6. We're looking for that fiery big start. Triple threats and excuse me. Lots of cats. Pride mates galore. No 1-drops. That feels good. All right, let's go. No more land. We have seen enough. A deck with 18 just flooding away. Story of my life. Maybe I should play 16. Come on, Shuffler. I play 18 on for a reason. You don't have to do this to me. Nice. Pardon me. So those of you who are new to my YouTube, I've recently changed my audio setup. Hopefully it's sounding better. I have a different gate, where I found a gate in the OBS software, and I'm thinking about doing like an audio tech sort of helper stream. If anyone's interested in that, please let me know in the comments. If you're a content creator and you want to maybe get some audio tips or whatever, I think that might be fun to do. I'm kind of still exploring the YouTube space, so I really appreciate any feedback you can give on what I'm doing and what you'd like to see on my YouTube channel. I've already have a few suggestions in the works about doing like a new player series where, you know, we start at the very basics of Arena and then maybe even the basics of Magic. I really like to do that sort of thing on stream with individuals. Oh gosh, they're getting their land quick. With individuals to try to figure out, you know, what makes gaming, like what makes Magic tick for them. Every person is different, and Magic is such a diverse game. So I normally like to personalize the new player experience. So if you are familiar with what I do on Twitch and you want to come into my Twitch channel and get like real-time feedback on decks or questions that I can answer about the game, I really love that interaction more than the sort of YouTube, because I have to start somewhere and end somewhere, and it might not always be the direction individuals want to go. So, yeah. Wow. I'm still blown away. I really am. That's okay. Let's put out some big monsters. See if this can carry me before they get their... I'm assuming they have, you know, Banishing Light and lots of enchantments and ways to get to lock down my creatures. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. I don't know what they're playing with their splashing blue for necessarily. Except for the cool sleeves. They can be on theme. Like, I don't know what blue cards help, maybe Brazen Borrowers or something to just kind of interact. But I don't know if that's necessarily an amazing choice. Maybe they're flooding too. Maybe I shouldn't worry about my land when my opponent seems to be getting plenty. My guess is they're running more than me though. So yeah, comments below in regards to, you know, I want to grow the channel and the brand and do things that help new players especially, but oh, the double attack is a little bit worrisome. It feels like they're gonna, if they have a board wipe, it's gonna really bum me out. And that's so weird for a creature-based deck, but some people do things that are out of bounds like that. And I've played Magic long enough to know that it's not something that I would encourage people to do, but sometimes it gets people. And they're debating the blocks and everything, so it's pretty interesting. They might have tricks, we don't know. I don't have hollowed, seasoned hollow blades, so I don't have to worry about holding land up. We can just go. See what happens. If they settle me, they settle me. I get a bunch of land down. I could play around the settle and attack with fewer creatures. But what fun is that? We're going to make him have it. They might still have it. Oh, they just said, no way, we're done. Wow. Okay. Well, we got out of that. We won it. It's pretty interesting. Can't say that I love the matchup or the sideboard options I had, but just pure power. Weird that I have an add to decks button. I obviously have it as my deck. All right. Cool. I'll take the win. As you would. So, as I play the deck in best of 3, I think the so the Giant Killer is one of those cards that I usually put 4 of. I really love the card, but I was seeing it as I wanted to force all the aggression, but maybe 3 is a better number than 2. And maybe I take out the 3rd copy of Thalia. That might be smart. Savannah Lion, go. Normally I suggest attacking first, but in this match I don't care. I'm expecting Temur Reclamation, and with enough creatures, we should be able to finish this deck off quickly. That's the hope. Sometimes they of course are very flexible and they can sideboard strongly against creatures. So we just have to see what happens. Perfect. All right, let's do some math. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something to pump. We just need one card and we can win the game. Or debating if I should drop this now or just wait. I guess I'll wait. No, that's lethal. Well, it's lethal with the Vanguard anyways, but what are they going to do? If they drop an Uro, they go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not lethal, just 9 damage there. I hope my math is right. Okay. Game 2. Are they a Fields of the Dead version? They probably are, right? That's usually that's the typical action that they pull. Legendary artifact creature enchantment? No. I don't think I have to worry about evasion in this matchup. Or do I? I kept these in case they play wolves, you know. Question is, against these decks, do you drop the early giant killer? I'm gonna hold it in this matchup, even though normally I drop it. If I see it early in my hand, I always drop it on turn 1, but we're gonna try something different because a wolf would really mess me up right now. Now that I have the anthem, I have to debate whether I should push the killer, but I think I'm still going to wait. See what happens here. Well, they're digging for cards. Ramping out on me. All the good stuff. There's the field. Right, so we need to get it up in the air. We need to win with Anthem from space here. Passing the turn, interesting. See if they have any tricky blocks. They don't. Interesting. They could have, you know, or flame sweep or whatever, but we just have to deal with that. I would love to protect. Maybe we Anthem first. You know, there's a couple things we could do. Oh, okay. That's fine. 3/3 is the perfect shark. Just under the giant killer. But we'll have flyers that are 3/3s, so we're fine. Nice. Fun stuff. All right, so let's start with the Marshal. Yeah, they could potentially put out multiple blockers for here, so it's not going to be an easy win. If we draw a land, we can do two things at once. If we don't, we can still... Well, we'll see. Got to push through the potential blocks they might have. All right. Our opponents are not getting the cards they need, apparently. I'll take it. And we're moving into the tough rounds. So far, so good. But it's really early in these events get harder and harder because the people you're facing are also higher in the ranks. We haven't seen any goblins yet. Field of the Dead. It's one of those things that best of 3 and best of 1 is very different in terms of how you build your deck and the strategy you go in with. So if playing in a best of 1 event, which I did earlier today, with a slightly different version of this deck, but I faced 6 goblin decks. Just bang, 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 goblin, goblin, goblin. And I actually beat 5 of them. No. Yeah, was it 5? I think I beat 5. Geez, I can't think now. I think I beat 5 of them. I didn't record it, so it doesn't really matter. Take my word for it. I did pretty good against them, but I got lucky too. Some of them whiffed on Muxus, and a whole bunch of weird things happened. Games that I didn't think I was going to win, they scooped, and I was like, wow. But the other games, they just ran me over. They have a lot more haste and a lot more scary aggression than I do. And I was playing best of 1, so I didn't have any sideboarding or anything. So it's hard to say, but I expect more aggressive decks in best of 1. So running a white aggro deck might not be the best choice in best of 1 because it doesn't really match up well against, red and things like that. But it does match up well against Team of Reclamation and things like that. As long as I can get past this Field of the Dead, which is the reason that I play, the reason I play the flyers and some of the evasion creatures that might not be the first choice of some people. So the idea of this matchup is to try to get over the top and try to get it fast before they put their blockers out and shut me down. Sideboard, I can bring in, my goblins and try to deal with the fields and all that stuff. So we have next turn, maybe get that. That feels pretty good. Get some life. We have City's Blessing next turn with 10 permanents after I drop this and this. So we have 1 flyer at least. And they don't have any blockers yet, so we're still in pretty good shape. But they're still at 20 life. They've gained a lot. 6 life out of the Uro seems to be a good card. Look at that. Look at that ramp. Spiral, Explore, Uro. Pretty nice. I don't hate it. Is that the 3rd Uro? Wow. Wow. Very impressed. Well, didn't get the lethal that I needed or that I wanted, but that's okay. I don't know what their outs could be. There's 1 zombie. Six life and a blocker. And potentially another zombie. Maybe I should have dropped the Griffin. It's my instinct to hold back in case they have a board wipe. I don't like to overcommit, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe that was a problem. Pretty interesting, huh? I only do 5 now. Wow, that would have been lethal. Well, that was a punt, a mistake. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's too bad. I debated it because I had the mana up. I did my Adonto tricks to get the 2 mana, and then I backed off. So shame on me for not being aggressive enough. You gotta have the heart of the tiger and get in there. And when you're playing an aggressive deck, you can't sit back and do what I just did. I might have given the game away. If they can pull this out, and you never know, these teamer decks can be pretty remarkable with the ability to recover. Big moment here. Here we go. If they have the expansion explosion, do I survive it? Or do they pull some sort of, yep. Do they pull a flame sweep or something? Something big. They're gonna have to play it perfectly to keep their mana up. You hear my dog in the background? That's Max. Oh, okay, that's interesting. They're looking for an answer. They're looking for the Storm's Wrath, maybe? Do they play main deck Storm's Wrath? Did they find an answer? Not the Storm's Wrath would work. It's the end step. I'm sorry. I was distracted by my dog barking. We got there. Okay, so now we bring in those. I bring in the cage. I think we bring in these. We do settles for funsies. I think it's a bad idea. How does the cage interact with? Box out Uro. Is that important though? Because doing this takes away my ability to win. How does the serpent work here? Uro blocker, but I'm not really concerned with Uro killing me. I can block the sharks too, maybe late game if we go that far. my favorite. Not my favorite. Did not drop a 1-drop on turn 1, but that's fine. Neato. Not the kind of super speed that I need, but who knows? We'll probably get there. We've got a Thalia, which is nice. Into multiple marshals, we'll see. That'll get me out of the flame sweep, I guess, right? Field is there. Ooh, but their mana's not nice to them. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh gosh, darn it. Well, that's what I was worried about. They got me. Can I rebuild? Really, just hard casting it, just bold. The bold hard cast, all right. Probably the game. Wow. Yeah. All right, we'll go to game 3. Well, this Loxodon saved my butt. Is that the secret? Oh boy. Everyone who was saying 18 land is too few, now you get to throw your comments in the chat and tell me how bad I am at building decks. I made a mistake. Mistake number 1, drop that Foundry first. No reason to take 2 damage. Never punished. Adanto Vanguard probably should have been first. Well, it's Punt City here. That's okay. You can make mistakes and still do okay. Expensive Gideon feels bad. Thalia attacks. Oh, really? Am I really being punished for Thalia now? Okay. I liked you for a while, Thalia. Now I don't like you so much anymore. But I know you're just doing your job, so it's cool. All the Uros. Oh, that's pretty tilting, to be honest with you. That is pretty tilting. Mull to 5, stall on the 4th land, but, you know, I don't expect 4 lands in this deck, so... But definitely could have played it differently. I was hoping Thalia would slow them down with some of their spells, but it doesn't matter anymore. Yes! Thank you. So good. It's very helpful. Uh-oh. Just a little behind, though, on my pressure, so I'm not feeling super good. You got it. Big sharks. All the sharks and all the Uros. Okay. Game 3 is looking rough, everyone. You betcha. Yeah, we fell behind and we never recovered. So I'm not gonna scoop just yet, but it feels pretty obvious that we're losing this game. How do they do it? Such good consistency in their draws. Well, Magic didn't let me win that time. Tough deck, tough matchup. We're 2-1. 3 more wins, easy peasy. Got our bad mulligan out of the way, so now it's just pure, beautiful, fast curve hands, and let's go. No mistakes. I don't think any of the punts that I made or any of the mistakes I made necessarily lost me any of those games, but just kind of loose play, that's all. I think it's important to keep track mentally, figure how you could have done something better or differently, analyze every move, every mana drop and everything, just for the purposes of improving. Nothing wrong with that. Lurus deck, so... Another mulligan to 5. Not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. Ah, sigh. Pretty nice. Probably should block it actually, but I won't. Things can get really bad for me really quick. A couple of claims, and I'm in bad shape. However, I do have a huge amount of creatures, so a claim or two to get some of my, it's just going to be what it is. Nice. Going right for it. I like it. Clear my board out. Nice. Wolf Strider? Oh, just Scorpion, okay. Cool. Leave my flyer up for whatever reason. Yep, I think we're done for. I think this turn they can go lethal on me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Maybe they didn't have lethal, but I think they could have done more damage if they would have tried harder. That's okay. We're not recovering, so let's move to game 2 and then 3 for the win. I mean, first strike is okay, but other than that, I don't see a need for that card. What happened to your eye, Ajani? It makes me sad. Someone hurt Ajani. Okay, here we go. Forge Devil, huh? My debate here is how fast I need to get to 3 mana. Flame and Oven, I like that. Please send those away. The logic here is if I have removal, like a giant, a stomp or something, I'd rather have my evasion creature the second creature I play. Just cuz. So we shut down Luris, we shut down some of the graveyard recursion, but I don't know if that's going to be enough necessarily. We definitely need to put our threats on the board and try to get in there. I'll hold the Devout Decree for the Priest or the Mayhem Devil. Remember the Priest more than the Mayhem Devil. Should we attack? No, I think I need to just chill for a minute. One more land would be beautiful. Well, that's a good card. I think I block with my Bounty Agent if they attack. Spending mana. Interesting. Give them a decision to make, which one they want to kill. Nice. You gotta start trying to win the game, I guess. Taking damage just to do it seems aggressive. And to 9. Huh. Looking for an answer. What is their answer? Do they have an answer to the cage here? I'm missing. They probably will in the next game. Okay. Okay. We still have triple cages though, so I don't mind potential answer for the cage. What else do we have to worry about? Should I bring in my land destruction? I don't think Loch Thwain doesn't bother me because it's damage, so I like that card actually. His name is Doggy. That's cute. No land issues this time. Giant killer in turn 1? I think so. Yeah. Legion's Landing. Much better. What a great card. That is also a great card. pretty nice. I like how you can use the priest in response. That's pretty cool. I like that. Get some food for free. I like these planes from Jumpstart in a white aggro deck. The soldiers, it's really cool. Very thematic, in my opinion. I think it's fun. No. That's not what I want to do. I just want to attack. Just ready to give your life for the cause, aren't you? Not necessary. 2/2 is good enough for now. What's this big scary creature whispering? I want ice cream. That's what I imagine. Please take me for ice cream. As much as I dislike the Forge Devil, it's doing work. Putting work in. Killing my little dudes. Not fun. Alright. Interesting stuff. Alright, let's get a cage and lock this thing up. Let's go. I admire their aggression. I really do. How many does it need? 5 others. I've got a giant killer, so I don't need the bounty agent to... I think evasion is more important right now. We'll see, though. Look at that. Fill up their graveyard. Very cool. Drill bit, huh? Interesting card choice. I dump my hand so quick and I potentially get out of, I don't know, with the drill bit. That's if I really like it there, but it's a card. Probably lose the Griffin here, but that's the way it goes. Let's slow him down just a little bit. Right, land drop is nice. Taking damage is really nice. Thank you for that. Give a little bit of food, they can regain life, but I'm still happy with any damage they do to themselves is perfect for me. Gets me ever closer to the prize. Forge Devil, neat. They're gonna supply. They're gonna kill the supplier and the devil, and they can't cast Luris anymore, so that's okay. But I really need a cage bad. I'm gonna get beat up here. Let's go, deck. Right into it. Very interesting. They get a cat out of it. It's so nice. Wow. Alright. I need some good cards. 8 life is not fun. 8 health, or whatever you want to call it. Life, health, hit points. And this deck goes so deep. It just gets so much going. I mean, I'm at 7 already. I think it feels like the game just started. The land. That's wonderful. Boop. Look at that. Already so close. They top deck something amazing because that's what happens. They also have Lurus to get stuff back. I think it's just over. I don't think I get out of this game. Darn, it was pretty close. I felt like I had a chance. Maybe a more aggressive mulligan against the deck because I need to lock it up. If I don't get a cage early or some way to interact with their graveyard. Really, they just drew another butcher. Wow. Deck is too good for me. Let's kill their stuff. Yep. Get out another Croxa. Kill my thing. It's so ridiculous. Look how powerful this interaction is. Yep. And then cat, and I'm dead. Simple as that. All right, what does that put us? Is that the end of the run? Was it 2 losses here in best of 3? I think so. What does it give you? 3? Nope, that's it. 2 and 2. So sort of mediocre towards the end. Not a tier 1 deck, but I'm having fun with it, and I think it has potential. Obviously, I got some rough draws, and the opponent's decks were top notch. So the losses I took were to, in my opinion, tier 1 decks. So make your decisions. If you like the build, I do think I want to make a few changes right now. Let's get our prizes. We did okay. Changes I want to make right away are 1 less Thalia, 1 more Giant. And I still think I'm good with the land, even though I know some of you are like really hesitant for the 18, but you saw some games I didn't get any and some games I flooded. So when it comes to land, I really am on the fence as far as what the perfect amount is, because it never works out in the long run. And this deck really doesn't need much more than 3, so I think 18 is fine. And I'm not even reliant on the 3. Like, if I don't drop these cards, the Marshal and the Anthem, I can still win the game on 2 mana. The whole deck, the majority of the deck works on 2. So I'm okay with risking the lean mana base for that reason. So yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed the games. Again, if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below. I guess when it comes down to decks like this, the aggro decks are I don't know if I like the bounty agent. What am I playing the bounty agent for? None of the matchups I played, I felt like it was important or felt like it was doing anything. I'm sure I'm going to regret it, but maybe that's the card that I don't like. What card do I like in replacement of that? Obviously, the cages are good enough with 3. Maybe another Devout Decree. I don't know. Any other interaction in red that I need? Do I need to stack more against goblins? Even though I didn't really see goblins, maybe that's what I'm missing. A couple of red caps or something. Not over there, but rather in here. Maybe that's a better sideboard. I do expect goblins, and even though we didn't see any this run, I think it gives me a little more game against them. I could also do like a flame sweep and kill the... Yeah, that seems ridiculous. Kill the zombie tokens, but I think I have enough against that deck. Just didn't see it. All right, I think those are reasonable changes for the sideboard. So this is going to be the final, or at least my current build after that run. And be happy to answer any questions about the deck or the choices, or take any feedback. I encourage that. So with that, have a great one and take care.